Hello and welcome to another episode of Ghost Town Ghost Adventures. Today, me and my cat Petra are here at the Thousand Steps Cemetery, and this is located in eastern Washington. And it's formerly known as Greenwood Cemetery, but there are some steps that are rumored to be haunted right behind that mausoleum over there. So we're going to go over there and we're going to take a look in just a few minutes. One thing I can tell is that Petra is getting a very strange vibe, and she really doesn't want to go any farther than just about several feet away from the car. So I think that one thing I've noticed is that animals definitely have a keener sense of the other world, more so than us humans do. And I'm going to take that as a hint that there's something strange going on here. So once again, these steps are rumored to be very haunted, and we're going to go take a look and go a little bit into the history of those stairs in just a few moments. So a little bit about the area here. Greenwood Cemetery is a Victorian era cemetery, and it was founded in about 1888, and it has a lot of beautiful monuments and a lot of great history, which unfortunately I know very little about. But this particular terrace here, where the Thousand Steps are that we're going to visit, was set up by the Elks Club, a fraternal organization, back in about 1898, right around in there. And this mausoleum in front of us was built for the Elks as a place for their interments as their members passed. And then the children and spouses of the Elks could be buried out here in the lawn in front of that mausoleum. By about 1970, the Elks Club here went bust. They ran out of money and they had to disband. And unfortunately, as a result, this mausoleum was never ever used. On top of that mausoleum, there used to be a large bronze elk statue, but it was sold in the early 1980s, 1981, right around there, to help take care of some of the debt that the club had incurred. And not too long after that, the mausoleum was for the most part abandoned. So what lies behind this mausoleum are the legendary Thousand Steps, and we're going to make our way to those stairs right now. Now, Petra by nature is a very curious cat and has a mind for adventure, just like me. But today, in the cemetery here, for some reason, she does not want to come out of her pack. Usually she hops right out and wants to go explore, but she is picking up on something that I'm not. So, you know, she's not going to be a big participant in our adventure today. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's move on and check out those Thousand Steps. So we are now at the bottom of the legendary Thousand Steps of Thousand Steps Greenwood Cemetery, and there are not 1,000 steps. I think in actuality there's about 60 of these steps. Now you can hear a lot of external noise here. There's an airport not too far away from here, and you can probably see that airplane going through the tops of the trees. And then there's a busy road right behind us. 100 years ago, this was a very rural area and probably a lot quieter. So things have changed as time has gone on, but we're here to ascend these Thousand Steps, and granted it is daylight, so I think the ghosts like to mostly come out at night. One little bit of ghost busting equipment I did bring with me was an EMF meter, and what this does is this picks up electromagnetic fields that are often emanated by electronic devices, but as we understand, ghosts are pure energy. So as we go up these stairs, I'm going to activate this device, and we're going to see if it picks anything up. And this is going to be a bit treacherous because I have a camera in one hand, I have an EMF meter in another hand, and behind me, I'm going to try to get a shot of this, is I have Petra in her cat pack. She does not want to come out and walk these stairs. She's getting some really strange vibes. Some places that I've taken her, and we've been to a few, she's completely fine and is curious and wants to explore. In other places, she picks up a weird vibe and she doesn't want to come out. So she's probably going to hate me for this, but anyway, it's all part of the adventure. So here we go. I'm going to turn on the EF meter, and we're going to start our ascent up the stairs here and try not to fall and get hurt. As you can see, these steps have seen better days over the last 100 years or so, and tree roots and nature and the elements has definitely taken their toll. All right, so we're up the first little stretch here. So far the meter isn't telling us anything, and that's probably a good sign. We could come back at night, but unfortunately the police patrol this area pretty regularly and try to keep all the pranksters and vandals out of here, which is understandable, and I'd like to keep a clean record, so that's why we're here during the day. 20 years ago I probably would have had the courage to do this at night and willing to take the risk and get in trouble with the police, but these days I like to keep my record clean. So we're going up the next section of the 1,000 steps. So far the meter's quiet, and so far I'm feeling okay. So we have just a few more sections here. I'm not feeling anything strange, and our meter is staying quiet, so I think our ghosts are more night owls than beings of the daytime. Now, this little bit of the stairway here is pretty crumbled up and deteriorated, and I don't think I'm going to risk that. As I said, I've got a camera in one hand, my EF meter in the other hand, and I've got a cat in a pack on my back, so I don't want to take a spill here. Otherwise, the next ghost here could be mine. It is said that there are about a dozen ghosts here that keep a guard on the stairway, and I don't know their origins, but from what I understand, at night if you try to ascend this stairway, it's tough to get to the top, and the ghosts are waiting here to drive you off and send you back down. So right now we are at the gates of the 1,000 steps. In a few more steps we will have officially made it to the top, so we're going to keep a close eye on our EMF meter here, and I'm not seeing anything light up, so that's good. The gates are locked, but we're just going to go right around them. So here we go. Okay, so far so good. No EMF meter lights and no ghosts. And I can feel Petra rolling around in that pack. Usually she sits there pretty quiet. Today she's a little rambunctious. She's had a weird vibe ever since we got into the cemetery. This is the back side of the mausoleum, and unfortunately, as you can see, it's been vandalized and tagged up, but it never ever did have anyone placed inside, so it's been empty since it was built. And we made it up to the top of the stairs without any ghostly visitors sending us away. And we're going to take a quick look inside the mausoleum just to satisfy our curiosity. And as you can see, it was really built to last, made out of granite and heavy steel. Pretty neat old lock and ring there. Just love the detail on these. So solid building, been here for over 100 years, and it will probably be here for 100 more. So today our visit was ghost free, and maybe next time we'll have a little bit more luck, but I want to thank you for joining us, and please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and we appreciate your support.